You ready for some chaos? Bonus video. Today, it's gonna be a short and sweet little video where I wanted to talk about a little Hobbit-y announcement, as you may have seen, while also trying to make some Lembas bread, or at least a rendition of the recipe from someone online, because obviously it doesn't exist. We can chat, have a little hangout. My wind chimes outside are being absolutely rocked. If you've ever seen any of my baking videos, I have not had the best streak of recreating recipes from online. Perhaps Lady Luck is on our side today. Let us gather our ingredients. Whoop. Very aesthetic mixing bowl that I definitely haven't had for over 10 years now. We need to mix the flour, baking powder, and salt all into a large bowl. Got it. Time to make a mess. 2.5 cups flour. Oh, already off to a smashing start. But the purpose of today's video is clearly to demonstrate that I cannot do two things at once. But aside from that, it's also to talk about something that I am taking part in that I am very, very excited to talk about. Some of you may have already seen on Instagram because I made a reel about it. 1 tablespoon baking powder. Did you see me level that off? Like a true professional. And not because people constantly are shouting at me to level off my flour and dry ingredients. Definitely not because of that. I am going to be taking part in an event called the Brandywine Festival, which is going to be a massive live action role-playing Hobbit festival. It's presented by Bergschneider and Middle-earth Enterprises. Yeah. First officially licensed Hobbit LARP. Mixing! Damn, this whole stick! Should I soften this? I should probably soften this. This could take out an orc, let me tell you. Ye old microwave. Very authentic. Yeah. This LARP is taking place in October in Kentucky on seriously the most beautiful farmlands. There is going to be a main hub with a bunch of Hobbit tents and festivities, games, Hobbit-y food, dancing. Also, quests, which is a really stinking cool part. I've never LARPed before, but this sounds so fun. And it's insane the amount of thought that they're putting into it. Hold please while I mix this. I genuinely always feel like I have like super hearing when I wear Hobbit ears. It's kind of the same evolutionary scientific process of, you know, like foxes. You know, the sound comes in the resonating chamber and then goes down into my ear holes. Same idea. So for the quests, there will be the players, which will be us, and then there will be NPCs mixed throughout. This LARP takes place a few months after Frodo and the gang leave the Shire, so things are starting to happen. This is a very relaxed LARP, so if you want, you could just go, enjoy some food, enjoy some lounging about and second breakfasts. But if you want a little bit more adventure, you can start to hear some of the gossip. Maybe your waitress is an NPC and you can kind of get the tea from her about what's going on, and then you kind of start a quest and you start investigating. Or if you are feeling even more adventurous, leave the camp itself, venture out into the woods, and there might just be some surprises waiting for you there. It is kind of a very much a choose your own adventure kind of aspect to this, which I guess is live action role playing in general. And you don't need any experience. Like I said, I've never LARPed before. You can be a little Hobbit Sherlock Holmes if you like. What's next? Cream, honey, and vanilla. 2/3 cup heavy whipping cream. My measuring bowl, that was my grandmother's, probably from the 70s. I'm actually a baking influencer with only the most aesthetic tools at my disposal. Nick's gonna need a lactate for this one, let me tell you. Or maybe not. Does lactate bake off during the process? What do I look like? A microbiologist? Half teaspoon of honey. Oh, a little bit of honey. Oh, I love honey. No, I'm not putting that in. That was shameful. Come on now. I want mine a little bit more flavorful, so I'm just gonna add double the amount of honey. This might be a mistake. Get off. Vanilla extract. Maybe a little bit more. Shh. Stir with a fork until nice thick dough forms. Yes, sir. Screw a fork. Add a teeny bit more cream. It's pretty dry. Now that my forearms are aching and I'm sweaty. Roll out the dough about 1/2 inch thickness. Very crumbly. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but I did add a lot more cream to make it actually dough-like. Are you eating the crumblies that I dropped? You're welcome. Aside from the quests, there is also going to be little workshops that are held by different people. Art workshops, leather working, just different Hobbit-y skills. If you want to learn, you can join. There's going to be games like a barrel race. She's sticky. All right, I'd say that's probably about 1/2 inch. This is looking, how do I put this? Very Cassandra right now.
Moisturize me.
Oh man, I am getting powder literally everywhere. It looks like a crime scene in here. Specifically in Ace Ventura when he powders the whole place. For fingerprints, that's what it looks like. Okay, now we need to cut these out into squares. 3-inch squares and crisscross. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Bake for about 12 minutes. As far as my involvement in this whole thing, I am going to be helping making some Hobbit designs and Hobbit outfits. I'm also helping with some of the set design, which I am super, I was going to say razzed about, but I've never used that word in my life. I don't even know if that's the proper use case. I'm excited about it. I am, of course, going to be there as my own character. I still have yet to develop her. All this to say, this event is entirely crowdfunded and the Kickstarter is now live. Tickets will only be sold through the Kickstarter. The deadline for that, the Kickstarter campaign, ends on April 26th. So if you want tickets, that's your chance. They also have a bunch of fun little goodies. They have the most adorable little founder certificate, some cutie little mugs. But if you just want the base ticket, you can totally do that. The Kickstarter also has stretch goals. If they meet the ticket capacity, then there will be a bunch of extra goodies, including some special NPCs and special quest lines. Hold on, go to check the cookies. All right. One of those stretch goals and one of the special guests is Daniel Falconer, who worked on the films and is the designer of the Ents. I'm really excited to be a part of it. It's going to be autumny, cozy, hobbity goodness. It'll be just a nice escape from, you know, the stresses of life. Just be a hobbit for a little while. And for those of you who are in UK or Europe, the plan is for them to, if this goes well, to do events over there. Oh, I can smell the bread. So I think it's just about done. I did get some cute leaves and twine, so let's literally and figuratively wrap this up. And there you have it. Lembas bread. It's good. One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man, which is why I will eat 12. It tastes like the crust of a Pop-Tart with like a little bit more cinnamon in it. Highly recommend this recipe. Noted though, I did add a little bit more cinnamon and a little bit more vanilla. So yeah, that's it. I think these are so stinking cute. Whoa, slippery though. Look, they're so cute. The smell is a little weird with the leaves. It kind of blocks out the yummy cinnamon smell and makes it kind of smell like a weird rainforest. I'm actually going to my parents for dinner tonight, so I'll be bringing these. But yeah, just a fun, short, sweet video, mainly to talk about the Brandywine Festival. It's just something I'm really excited to be a part of, and if you would also like to attend and come hang out for a few days as Hobbits, the Kickstarter, as mentioned, is live, so you can get your tickets. Hope you enjoyed this little bonus video. I will be back next week with a normal video, so hope you're not sick of my face. That is it. I love you whether you're new or old to this channel. If you're new here and you feel like, should I do the whole outro? Probably not. I'll see you next week. Bye.